Pipelines are one of the safest, most cost-effective, and environmentally friendly way of transporting energy. There are a lot of factors that contribute to this reality. One of the main factors is the regulation of the pipeline industry. Pipeline regulation can be a complex topic, so for now, we will be reviewing the basics. Why are pipelines so thoroughly regulated? The pipeline industry is thoroughly regulated to protect the interests of a number of parties, including average Canadians and citizens throughout the world. These pipelines regulations are developed to balance our energy and economic needs with the protection of the environment. Pipelines are designed to protect against the potential negative impacts of energy development while enabling the benefits of energy supply, security, and economic development for all. Here is a quick breakdown of exactly who regulates the pipeline. The U.S. Department of Transportation's Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, known as PHMSA, is responsible for regulating and ensuring the safe and secure movement of hazardous materials to industry and consumers by all modes of transportation, including pipelines. The Office of Pipeline Safety, known as OPS, ensures safety in the design, construction, operation, maintenance, and spill response planning of America's 2.6 million miles of natural gas and hazardous liquid transportation pipelines. Once natural gas pipeline projects are operating, PHMSA, acting through the Office of Pipeline Safety, regulates, monitors, and enforces safety. The OPS collaborate with partnering agencies and departments to ensure pipeline operation safety, security, monitoring, and compliance. Although the U.S. federal government is responsible for developing, issuing, and enforcing pipeline safety regulations, most inspections are conducted by state regulatory agencies, which are responsible for regulation, inspection, and enforcement of pipelines within state boundaries. OPS or PHMSA certifies state agencies annually to perform their regulatory duties, and OPS can also authorize states to inspect interstate pipelines, although it retains enforcement responsibilities. What exactly is regulated? The short answer is everything. Every phase of a pipeline's life cycle, from pre-construction to the potential abandonment of the pipeline, is regulated. The rules governing pipeline safety are included in Title 49 of the Code of Federal Regulations, CFR, Parts 190 through 199. Part 190 describes the procedures used by PHMSA in carrying out its regulatory duties. This part authorizes PHMSA to inspect pipelines and describe the procedures by which PHMSA can enforce the regulations. This part also describes the legal rights and options that the operating companies have in response to PHMSA enforcement actions. Part 191 describes requirements on operators of gas pipelines, including gas gathering, transmission, and distribution systems, for reporting of incidents, safety-related conditions, and annual summary data. Part 192 prescribes a wide variety of minimum safety requirements for gas pipelines. These regulations contain sections applicable to gas gathering, transmission, and distribution lines. Part 193 addresses safety standards for liquefied natural gas (LNG) facilities. Part 194 contains requirements for oil spill response plans. This part is intended to reduce the environmental impact of oil discharge from onshore oil pipelines. Part 195 prescribes the safety standards and reporting requirements for oil and carbon dioxide pipelines. As with the gas regulations, these regulations include detailed requirements on a broad spectrum of areas related to the safety and environmental protection of hazardous liquid pipelines. Part 195 also includes minimum requirements for operator qualification of individual performing tasks required by the regulations. Part 196 prescribes regulations for protection of underground pipelines from excavation activity. The CSA standard Z662 Oil and Gas Line Pipeline Systems sets out the technical standards for the design, construction, operation, maintenance, and decommissioning of Canada's oil and gas pipelines. How do we know these regulations are being followed? Pipeline regulations are in place because regulators and pipeline owners are united in their strict commitment to safety. Safety is a top priority. Both pipelines and regulators aim to prevent incidents from occurring in the first place and take all available actions required to protect the environment and the public. Pipeline companies strive to anticipate, prevent, manage, and mitigate any potential negative or dangerous condition associated with the transportation of energy. Next, a pipeline safety and reliability overview. Natural gas plays a vital role in our energy mix, providing about 25% of the daily energy consumed in the U.S. Nearly all the natural gas consumed in North America, 98%, is produced in the U.S. and Canada, and known supplies are projected to meet customer demand for more than 100 years. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, pipelines are considered the safest and most reliable means of energy transportation in the world, surpassing rail cars and transports. Pipeline incidents or disruptions to natural gas services are rare occurrences because of the industry's consistent focus on safety and reliability. Natural gas pipeline operators use thorough testing, maintenance, and inspection programs, leveraging state-of-the-art technologies, 24/7 monitoring in addition to extensive employee training and qualification programs. Operators also develop public safety education programs and emergency response plans, working collaboratively with first responders. Regulatory oversight ensures these programs are compliant with applicable regulations and standards. Rigorous safety programs and oversight ensure safe and reliable delivery to meet the ever-increasing demand for natural gas to heat homes, run businesses, generate electricity, and to fuel our economy. PHMSA integrity management regulations aim to assure pipeline integrity and further improve the safety and reliability of energy products. Therefore, PHMSA took a slightly different approach for distribution integrity management when establishing DIMP regulations. Gas distribution pipeline operators are required to submit performance measure reports annually on their integrity management programs and their pipeline infrastructure. The Gas Distribution Integrity Management regulations require operators, such as natural gas distribution companies, to develop, write, and implement an integrity management program with the following elements: understand system design and material characteristics, operating conditions and environment, and maintenance and operating history. Identify existing and potential threats. Evaluate and rank risks. Identify and implement measures to address risks. Measure integrity management program performance, monitor results, and evaluate effectiveness. Periodically assess and improve the integrity management program. Report performance results to PHMSA. Prior to operation, natural gas operators ensure the safety of a pipeline by evaluating, inspecting, and maintaining pipelines through integrity management programs by non-destructive testing, such as the ultrasonic inspection of welds prior to clearing a pipeline for service. Cathodic protection systems, which continuously produce protective currents along the entire pipeline system to prevent corrosion. External coating, which provides a layer of protection against corrosion. State-of-the-art safety equipment such as automated pressure control systems, overpressure protection devices, emergency shutdown systems, and computerized pressure monitoring leak detection. During operation, natural gas operators ensure the safety of a pipeline by evaluating, inspecting, and maintaining pipelines through integrity management programs by leak survey, inspection of any portion of a gas system to ensure compliance, system operation, and public safety. Corrosion control monitoring. A successful corrosion program is a never-ending practice that includes executing corrosion control methods and maintaining and monitoring the lines. Preventative and corrective maintenance. Routine maintenance activities are performed to ensure pipelines and equipment are operating safely. This is meant to prevent pipeline issues and to correct issues prior to the possibility of failure or incident. What about priorities? The pipeline industry is thoroughly regulated to protect the interests of all. These pipeline regulations are developed to balance our energy and economic needs with the protection of the environment. Regulations promote safety, environmental protection, and economic efficiency. They are also designed to protect against the potential negative impacts of energy development while enabling the benefits of energy supply and security. They are also regulated to balance the competing interests within industry between producers of energy, shippers, pipelines, and end users. Beyond that, pipelines are regulated to balance the interests of the industry with landowners, aboriginals, environmental groups, and the general public. As you can see, the safety and performance of natural gas pipeline systems are constantly analyzed, and the analysis is leveraged to further improvements in safety performance. Industry integrity management and safety programs often exceed regulatory requirements and are designed to detect anomalies, perform repairs, and prevent pipeline failures. The Integrity Management Program has been very effective in further assuring pipeline safety in populated areas. These programs are driven by standards and regulations. From the protection of the environment, communities, and those economies driven by the energy market, regulations must be in place to answer for the best interests of all. Although complex, each thoughtful regulation brings continued stability to natural gas industry and promotes the development of technologies for the advancement of clean energy. In addition, regulations ensure the highest standards of safety for both the transmission and distribution of energy resources.